Hi, it's a beer video, and no, I didn't just walk in out of a windstorm. I don't know what's going on with my hair. Nobody cares. We're back here on the beer video, which I already said. I am tired, Helen, real tired. Um, I tried to like scrape the internet before we came on to find some shit to talk about, and I am just tired.
Yeah. Um, hmm.
Oh, I'll
Well,
say so. Oh, good, 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 good.
did you hear all that stuff about the Daily Wire failing financially?
Yeah, yeah, they're laying a lot of people off apparently. Yeah, this is a weird subject for me because I've been laid off before. No fault of, I mean, I'm not saying, I'm just legitimately no fault of my own. It was, the first time was during the financial crisis, and then the second time was because, hey, it's Sauron, our third host, and some would say the main host,
Mm-hmm.
Sauron the cat. And then the second time was just because our company just was continually downsizing and it finally caught up to us. So it sucks and I hate it. And I don't, I'm not a person that's gonna like clap and cheer when people lose jobs, but I don't care in this case because you're selling bullshit to people that are um all sorts of different things. Not intelligent, not well read, but there's also people out there that don't have the ability to be as educated as other people because they have to fucking work five jobs and don't have any financial support and for some reason think that the people in charge are the ones that are going to help them. And that's never going to be the case. Um, so to me, it's like you've had a big role in poisoning people's minds. You took money from Russia. Fuck you guys. I just don't care.
Yeah. I feel bad when people get laid off from real jobs.
Hmm.
I don't think that yeah, exactly, Sauron.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think that writing lies to Facebook boomers counts as a real job.
I don't
So
either. No, it's just it's not. You're just I don't
the
know.
only
Good.
cause is, as I was saying to a friend of mine earlier, um, is that it seems like their replacements in that media ecosystem seem to be even worse. Like people are chucking aside the Daily Wire for like Nick Fuentes and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're right. I think though a positive out of that could be when that's what's left, the dredge that's left is like your Nick Fuentes's. And that, oh God, I can't think of the guy's name now, the asshole who was harassing all the daycare centers in Minnesota. Oh,
uh, um,
see what I mean?
Nick
We can't even remember his name.
Nick Shirley.
Yeah, Nick Shirley. When you're the Knicks, whenever you're relegated to these people, you are just pushing away the other people that are kind of not as crazy as you are, and you're just left with like the cult members. And so fine, like if they want to replace them with Fuenteses and Shirleys and stuff like that, I think you lose some of the people that are right-wing thinkers and believers, but aren't necessarily insane. Um, yeah, you don't think those people exist? Am I just
I
being too
mean,
nice?
well, I don't know. I mean, I've had some conversations with people on the right that weren't quite as bananas, but it's just like in the end, you're still advocating for a society I'd consider a dystopia, you know? Like you can say it in more polite, but at the end of the day, like you want an end to the social safety net. You want to gut public transit. You want to just give a bunch of tax giveaways to the rich.
Yeah.
So you may argue that in more genteel terms, and maybe you don't call me a fucking barren cat lady bitch or whatever, but
Yeah.
in the end, what you are pining for is what I'd consider an absolute nightmare. So,
Yeah, and it just it never makes sense to me. Again, I know I go back to that because I said it earlier. I mean, there are people that just don't have the education levels and don't have the ability. to do that because they were born in poverty. They were born in situations where they can't get ahead because they're working a million jobs and they're poor and all that. And I feel for that. And I do understand that there are people there that just don't understand this stuff and just easily fall for the propaganda because they're not educated enough. Are you okay, Helen?
No, I just don't buy that kind of thing because, like, I think that is, I grew up in small town Maine in a trailer. Like, my parents were like very poor. Um, and I managed to learn to read and like inform myself about current events.
Yeah,
And I think saying that, oh, someone's broke, they can't like figure this stuff out is wrong. I
yeah.
think you maybe need to like hold us trailer trash to a higher standard here. Like, uh,
Sure. Okay. I mean, I think probably those situations vary though. I mean,
and Donald Trump has been in public life for 10 years at this point. I don't think
right.
there's any excuse right now for not knowing what he's about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I could maybe buy like kind of a nihilist approach of like, well, this guy's an unknown quantity. Let's see where this goes in 2016. I
Yeah.
can't buy.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think there's also some of those people are probably just frustrated, had been frustrated with the system in general. Because I mean, it's not like Democrats have been helping either. It's not like they have been, thwarting billionaires. It's not like they're not susceptible to APAC and all this other type of special interest money. I don't know.
That like I think Democrat leadership has been like the nicest way I can put it is inadequate. Um
That is nice.
yeah, like the guy at this point is straight up saying like he does not care how much like Americans
Yeah.
like have to pay for everyday
Right.
expense.
Yeah, he
So
said he doesn't think about Americans.
he said that on the
Yeah.
TV.
Yep.
Like figured it out at this point. Like that's kind of on you.
Yeah, I just think, yeah, I think the other thing though too, there are people that are just brainwashed into this. It's that they've fallen for the cult of personality. The truest thing Trump ever said, he said, I think it was in 2015 or 2016, where he said he could shoot somebody in the street in New York City and get away with it. And it's true. He probably could because this thing, yes, I mean, I think what he said is going to further galvanize the people that are already done with this and wanting to try to get power removed from him. It's going to help there. And I'm sure it's going to wake some people up, but there's just those people that are so sick that it's not going to matter to them because they're going to be like, he didn't say that. That's not what he meant. It's out of context because they don't fucking like it'll defend anything. And those aren't the people I mean before where I was saying like I think there's some people that just are disadvantaged and just don't have the education. I don't mean those people. I just mean the sick fucks that, you know, have fallen in for this pro wrestling gimmick of Donald Trump.
I think someone put it like the crazification threshold in American politics is like around 27%,
Yeah,
which they based on the Illinois Senate race between I think it was Alan Keyes and Barack Obama.
yeah.
Buddy?
Alan Keyes, there's a name.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And it was like those two guys were alike in a lot of ways. They were both like Illinois natives, both black.
Yeah,
So count like any kind of like outsider or insider advantage or racial thing as a positive for either of them.
yeah,
Um, and Alan Keyes was fucking nuts. So, you
yeah,
know, 7% of people voted for Alan Keyes. So,
yeah.
like,
I think I bet you that's fair. I bet you that's pretty accurate.
and I think that was like kind of the low point of George W. Bush's polling as well, like post Katrina.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have very little patience for people that are like can see like what's going on and like kind of feel the tangible effects and they're still like, I don't know, he's still my guy. It's like at some point, like you're just fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I think, I don't think you can put it down to class or education. I think like in an age where everyone has like a fucking pocket encyclopedia in their phone, like you kind of Some people are just willfully like this.
Yeah. But also with that phone that's in your pocket, how much of what you look at on the internet is fucking bullshit that you can't. I mean, there's smart people that I know of that fall for shit that's online where it's like that's not even remotely true. And I don't know. I guess that's kind of where I fall back to. It's fine. The education thing. It's just people see things and they don't think to question it because it's on their phone. It's online. It's got to be true.
Uh, you remember when the internet first started and the whole thing was like, you can't believe everything you read on there? I wish we'd
Yeah.
stuck with that would be nice.
Yeah. I wish we, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's depressing enough. But we do have beers.
You're first this week.
And I am first this week. Yes, I actually kept the thing up and I'm going to take it down and we're going to press red. Nah, whatever. I have a local beer that it's from Dancing Gnome and it is History Center. It's an IPA, 6.6 alcohol by volume, Simcoe, Pacifica, and Rawaka hops. This hazy IPA is loaded with Simcoe and complemented by pungent Southern Hemisphere hops, bold and delightful. And it has the Heinz History Center on the can, where I just went a few weeks ago and it was wonderful. And if you're in Pittsburgh, you should check out the History Center. It's not terribly expensive to go. There's some cool. I don't know what their main exhibit is now. The one we went to was like Lost Pittsburgh stuff, like things that were in Pittsburgh that aren't here anymore. But there's yeah, a lot of cool stuff to do there. And again, not a lot of money. And we're gonna drink out of a Jack Ham glass since we're doing local shit. Oh man, so I mean, nose is itchy. Ooh, I just got sprayed. I mean, it's an IPA, I mean, ain't a whole lot you can really say about an IPA that hasn't been said before, but well, it's real thick and can't really see through that at all. It's almost like a grapefruit juice type of color. Not a lot of head. Oh, that's hoppy. Holy fuck. A very citrusy scent. So, here we go. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's real nice. Um, I think we've mentioned before here, it is a beer video, but we don't claim to be experts, so I can't really tell you what hops I'm tasting. Obviously, since it's heavy on Simcoe, that's probably mostly what I'm tasting, but the complementary flavors from the hops, I can't identify which is which. But this is one of the less bitter IPAs you're going to find. There's a little bit of bitterness on the initial putting it in your mouth portion of the of the beer experience. There's definitely some bitterness there, but it doesn't go down bitter at all. Um, yeah, nice and citrusy, more leaning on like the grapefruit side, maybe even a little pineapple. Um, yeah, this is just a real nice IPA. I mean, it's I think you kind of said the same thing a couple weeks ago. I don't remember what you had, but you had sort of more of a general style of beer, and you're like, it's just a good version of, whatever it is. Just a good IPA. Um, it's not too, it's not, I know people get a little upset about how fancy some of the IPAs get and shit like that. It's definitely not one of those. Um, yeah, I'm even getting a little bit of sweetness on the back end. Really nice beer. Easy to drink. Again, like if you're not into bitterness, I wouldn't worry too much about this one. This is nice. It would be a nice beer to have as you're walking through the Heinz History Center, trying to not have children knock you over.
Cool.
Yeah. And Dancing Gnome, again, a local brewery. They do some really good stuff. And this is from their I think I sent you one of their beers, the one that has the bus that was falling off the bridge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's from them. They do a big
Don't you
series
still
of local.
local beer?
What's that?
Don't you still owe me some local beer, by the way?
I have it in a box downstairs that I need to send you, but I have a larger box, so I want to get a few more beers to put in it.
Okay.
I just haven't done it yet. Let me try and do it this weekend because it's a 4 day. I have a 4 day weekend. Um, that'll give me some time to go and fill this box up and get it out in the fucking mail. Yes, beers are coming.
Hell yeah.
Shirts.
Cool. Oh, I'm wearing this even though it's a little too warm for it technically. This is a hoodie for the movie The Devils by Ken Russell.
Hmm.
That is getting a director's cut release
Just
at
saw that. Yeah. I didn't
the
see the movie. I didn't see the movie, but I saw that it's getting, yeah.
movie at the fuck, how do you say it? Cannes Film
I
Festival?
think it's just can or cans. I don't know. Who cares?
Anyway, they're and then it's going to do a US theatrical release. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's coming here. I hope it does. And they're teasing a physical release, which I really hope happens. I have like a somewhat decent quality bootleg. Um, but I would love to own like a Criterion collection tier like release of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've never seen it, it's an incredible film. Just like I think calling it highbrow nunsploitation like is a little doesn't quite do it justice, but like kind of that's the basic idea.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really good.
I
Um,
I looked up how to pronounce this. Let's see if we can hear this.
Can. I don't okay, okay, whatever. All
Can.
right.
Oh wait, the line below it says in French it is pronounced con. Which is it?
It's con probably.
God damn internet. See? Don't believe everything you see on the internet or hear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
wearing a yellow eyes shirt.
Hell yeah. Saw those guys at Roadburn.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
So crazy to me how like Roadburn has been the place that I see a lot of bands from the US that
Hmm.
I either like miss through like bad circumstances here, or they just kind of understandably didn't go to the Twin Cities because like
Yeah.
it's kind of a pain to come here. Um, because like if you go here, there's nothing west of us, like unless you want to play Fargo or whatever,
Yeah.
into the West Coast
Yeah.
and driving through miles and miles of prairie and nothing. Pain in the ass. Anyway, so I am drinking something from, I think the brewery is Double Elbow,
Double elbow.
I think. Yeah, and this one's called Nature Yawns.
Oh,
I thought the beer name was Double Elbow, but apparently that's the brewery.
I'm gonna look it up.
Japanese style rice lager. I picked this up because I like Japanese style rice
Oh
lager.
yeah. It is double elbow beer, yeah.
Huge fan of Sapporo, things of that nature. And I'm pouring it into a pupper's glass. You can't see the decoration on the glass because this is a very pale beer, like light straw color
See it
as
a little. A little
yeah,
bit. Yeah.
yeah.
See
Kind
it.
of this is the low ABV. I think it's like 4.5%.
Yeah.
That's the stuff. Mm, yeah, this is a this is another example of like a kind of very typical style done pretty well. It's light, it's crisp, it's very easy drinking.
I just thought of this when you were pouring that in. It looked so cool whenever the beer was going into the glass. And I don't understand how people can drink beers in a cup, like a plastic cup that you can't see through. Because then you can't see the beer. You can't see the science.
You know what this makes me think of actually, what it transported me back to is when I in 2011, yes. I was visiting my friend in Chicago.
Mhm.
Agalloch was playing that night. And we were in a bar and I was looking at event listings and I was like, ah, fuck. Well, Agalloch's playing, says here it's sold out. Like, that sucks. Like, missed opportunity.
Yeah.
And then a guy, a random guy at a table in this bar was like, hey, I'm going to that show. Like, and my friend was gonna go, and he just told me he can't. You want his ticket? So this random dude gave me an Agalloch ticket.
The Agalloch gods smiled upon you that day.
Oh, is he up to something shady? But no, like literally we met up outside the venue. He gave me a ticket. I bought him a beer when we were inside. I insisted on it because he was like,
Sure.
you know me, like this ticket would have gone to waste. And I was like, no, this is such a nice thing you did for me. And yeah, I don't think I got his name and I never saw him again. So bless you, Agalloch Savior. That was a really great show.
Maybe he's out there.
Uh,
I I've only seen Agalloch once, and it was also kind of a weird situation. Um, I was going to Maryland Death Fest, and I cannot remember what band had to drop off. But it was a band I wanted to see, and I don't remember who it was, but they had to drop off. And like a week before Death Fest, they announced that Agalloch was the replacement. And I was like, holy fuck, that's even better. I get to see Agalloch. So I got to see Agalloch in a parking lot at about like 7:30-ish. So it was like the sun was kind of starting to go down. Yeah, that was a hell of an experience seeing them. They were great. Um, I think it was on their second their second record on Profound Lore. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it was in support of that one.
Unfortunate choice of label, but
Yeah, their two records that came out on their label were fucking great. I mean, most of
yeah.
their stuff is, but what do you
Yeah. I mean, I will bang my that guy sucks drum until people start listening to me. It finally happened with Mortician, so I'm holding out hope, I guess.
we'll just make a list of everything we're trying to get people to realize sucks and maybe one day.
And I hope people realize I am not like a fucking like I am not laser focused on getting anyone canceled or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you were
No.
talking to a person who like kind of is mostly indifferent when people say like vaguely dopey shit in interviews. Like I have mutual friends with the singer from Tolka, so like whatever.
Yeah.
I'm probably cancelable for that. But like it just fucking chaps my ass when like people do really egregious stuff and like people ignore it, you know? Like the whole like fucking rehabilitation of Will Romer as death metal's fun uncle when like it's like no, he's a sexual harasser and a racist, huge racist.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like like I feel like if you're gonna make someone death metal's fun uncle, it should be someone like, I don't know, Carl Sanders from Nile. Like that
Oh
guy.
yeah, that's a great choice. Fenriz.
Well, he's more black metal's fun uncle.
That's
And both of those are good examples. Like Fenriz said some like somewhat unfortunate stuff in his youth, but like
yeah.
has since like walked it back and said like, yeah, I was just like fucking a dumb edgelord at the time and I wasn't really thinking through what I was saying. And like no, all he does is he uses his radio show to like promote lesser known bands and make dad jokes. I think that's really fucking wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Carl Sanders is just a huge guitar nerd and like loves reading about ancient Egypt.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
that's cool. Like
Yeah. And
and,
I think he's 61, 62 years old now. Doesn't look much different than he did when he was in his 30s.
and crucially, both those guys still make good music, which Mortician never fucking has. Do not argue with me. Mortician has always fucking sucked and like just I don't know. I'm gonna sound real old man yells at cloud here. I blame social media and I blame especially fucking TikTok.
Yeah.
Because like you get
TikTok.
like 2 minute songlets and people go ape shit for that garbage.
Yeah. Speaking of 2 minute songlets, uh, I saw there's a new Anthrax album. Speaking of yelling at clouds, because I said something on Blue Sky about I don't like the album cover because I hate whenever you have a logo as unique as Anthrax and it's not on your cover. I don't like it. And the cover is like so not their motif that I'm like, it looks like an Opeth cover, like from their prog years. It looks like it would be an Opeth album. Anyway, so
Hey, I love Prague Opeth, but I
me too.
understand.
Me too. I think the first two were pretty good, and then it sort of. Oh, no, no, no. The first one was good. The middle two were fine, and then the last one I'm okay with. But their most
Did
recent one that they went back to death metal way better.
send you the picture of me and my friend Jose, like with Mike Ackerfeld.
You have, but I would look at it anytime.
Okay, yeah. So I guess I will describe it for the listening audience. Me, I am a very short woman. My friend Jose is a medium short man. Um, and Mike Ackerfeld is Swedish and very fucking tall. So he's about a foot taller than both of us. So there's a picture of Jose. Jose is like a huge Opeth fan.
Yeah.
I am not quite as big an Opeth fan as him, but I do love Opeth. But yeah, like he's kind of hugging us both, and he looks like a dad, like seeing his two very different looking children off to school.
Yep.
Jose is Brazilian and somewhat browner skinned, and obviously I am a mayonnaise goblin, so you
Aren't we
know,
both? Yeah.
brings to mind that line from the Big Lebowski, like these are some of Mr. Lebowski's children. Oh, so racially he's pretty cool.
Yeah. Um, why are we on? Oh, because of the Anthrax thing. I was like, sure, I couldn't remember why we were talking about Opeth. Anyway, so the first song went up on the streaming platform, so I decided to listen to it. It's pretty good. Like for 2026 Anthrax, it's pretty good. And lyrically, the song is, Anthrax is one of those bands that has kind of always done the right thing, and has been, not right-wing shitheads. And this song is more of that. The
Yeah.
basically the idea of the song is just,
I saw them at Vakken Open Air in 2013. Like, I think that was when Belladonna was still singing. Um, but he took a minute to, like, he's like, we're gonna do the song Indians, and he's like, I'm gonna take a minute to talk about the plight of Native Americans. Like, cool. I
yeah,
know probably all these random Germans don't.
yeah, exactly. But the song is, it's called It's for the Kids, but the song is basically saying like it's for the kids that have been left behind by these politicians, and like every time something happens, like the last line of the chorus is your thoughts and prayers mean nothing. And so it's that type of song of basically saying like, you're all full of shit. There's no action. You're just letting kids die and it's bullshit. So, it's cool to see a band as aged as Anthrax put something out like that. Especially since, like that record's going to be in Targets. Like because the press release I saw, there's like a Target version. So like that record's going to be in big box stores. So it's not a little record. So it's cool that something like that's going to be out in public. Will people listen and understand, or are they going to go, when did Anthrax get political? And then I will walk you back to 1991 and show you the song Belly of the Beast.
Yeah, seriously. Like,
Or Indians.
yeah. I think my favorite example of that was like, who's that dead-eyed granny server? Um, uh, the Ken doll looking one.
Wait, what are
Oh,
we?
yeah,
Wait, what?
Paul Ryan. He
Paul
said
Ryan. Oh, Paul Ryan. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I know what you're going to say, but go ahead.
Dan was Rage Against the Machine, and like, okay, so I understand like liking art where you don't agree with the politics. One of my favorite authors is Yukio Mishima, who's a huge fascist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a sexy Mishima shirt, which I haven't worn much lately for obvious
You
reasons.
wore
Like,
it on the beer video before.
I have, and I kind of got out ahead of it. I feel
You did. Yes.
like, yeah, I haven't worn it like out in public since my friend and I went in on a weird road trip to rural Minnesota to pick up a couch she bought for some fucking reason. I don't know. It's midnight. We're in like fucking, I don't know, East Bumblefuck, Minnesota. We're at a storage unit. I am being mistaken for Zach's wife. I was like, no, she's normal. She's asleep right now.
Normal. Yeah.
It's like, no, no, I'm just his little gremlin friend in the fucking sexy Mishima shirt.
Well, hey. Um, One other thing, just I think I sent you photos. Saw Kreator for the first time.
First time. Yeah.
First time. That band is fucking great.
I've seen them twice, and both times it was memorable. Like one time I had to drive from Asheville to Charlotte, which is like 2+ hours.
Yeah.
Nightmare, but worth it. They were incredible.
Yeah.
Second time was here in Minneapolis. I was in the circle pit and someone's elbow caught me right here.
Oh, not
So
good.
I had a bruise on my upper lip that looked like a Hitler mustache. Not
Well,
getting the low-key fascist allegations, apparently.
yeah. Um, well, that night couldn't have gone any better. Like the parking at this venue is shaky at best. And it was Friday night, so we were leaving specifically to miss the opener. I have no problem with the opener. I don't know much about them. It wasn't one thing where I'm like, I'm not sitting through this. But I was like, let's get there for Carcass. What's that?
Who was opening for them?
Cold Steel? There's
I've
some thrash band from Europe. They're on Spine Farm.
I like YouTube music recommendations and like I've enjoyed them, but not like to the point I would purposely seek them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Nothing against them. It was Friday. I'd worked. Like, we were just like, let's get there. The goal was to get there by 8 because Carcass was coming on at 8:25. And so we
I
wanted,
Midnight open for them, who was really fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been, I would have gone for that.
Yeah,
Um,
I've had my view of Midnight tainted a little bit. I think they're from Ohio,
they are.
and my friend Will is from Ohio, and allegedly the guy behind that band's a huge dick,
Hmm.
which doesn't shock me.
Yeah. We can get
No,
away with it because he has a mask on. Nobody knows who he is.
right, yeah. I mean, it's nothing super cancelable. He's not like a sex pest or like a huge racist or whatever. He's just like kind of full of himself and sucks as a house guest. So
Nice. Oh, no, that's not good. Um, anyway, we got there. Right, we pulled into like in front of the venue at 7:59. The fucking parking lot, the second spot in the lot was open. It was incredible. Like I'm pulling in going like, is this a handicap spot? Is this like I'm looking right? No, it's like a regular spot. It's right behind the venue. So we just walked. There's a little lawn. So we walked over the lawn, right in, no line, and no line at the merch stand. We were in our seats by like 8:15. Carcass played a workman-like set of 12 tracks. I love Carcass. They're a great live band. They're not like the most exciting band you're ever gonna see.
I think
Um,
they're reliably pretty fun. Nothing mind-blowing, but
yeah,
like I know if I see Carcass, I am guaranteed like a moderately good time.
exactly. And it was
Yeah.
great. Their set went, they did 12 songs, so I mean they did a pretty good set. I think they played 50 minutes. And then Kreator just were incredible. I was saying on the way home, I said I saw Metallica at PNC Park like 3 summers ago. And they were good. Like they were good, weren't as good as they were in the 90s, but of course they're not. Kreator is not even on the same Metallica's not even on the same planet live wise as Kreator. They're not comparable at all.
Bit of a cunt.
Who's a cunt?
Me.
You're a cunt. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I think Creator's late career discography runs fucking circles around Metallica's.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean their new one's good. Their last one I love.
I will not talk too much shit on Metallica because I think Cliff Burton's like probably I am a former bass player. I just don't have time for it these days, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, Cliff Burton I think is one of the best bass players of all time, right up there with Steve Harris and who else do I like? I don't know.
I mean, you just the riff to For Whom the Bell Tolls, the opening riff for To Whom the Bell Tolls.
Yeah, actually, what I like about him is he's so amazingly talented.
Hmm.
Um, and clearly could just jerk off forever on that thing if he wanted to. But he always plays like very interesting technical stuff, but that still like seamlessly melds with what the rest of the band's playing.
Keep
Like
talking.
my oh no, oh no, okay.
Not a pop vinyl.
My no, fuck you.
It's not. It's not one.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is a lot of like bass players that people like go ape shit over are like guys that just like fucking faff off and like it's technically impressive. Sounds really out of place with like the rest of the band.
Yeah.
Both him and Steve Harris like write incredible riffs that like are technical and cool, but they sound good. They meld with the song,
Mhm.
and I feel level like above like just like it's
Yeah.
above like the fucking squibbity flabbity do shit.
We should end the beer video with that because we're almost out of time. Um, Anytime we can end the beer video talking about Cliff Burton, is a good thing.
Yes.
So we'll do that. So everybody have a good week and do your best to keep yourself in a good mood and try to find some things to keep your mind off shit. It's not easy to do, but we got to do what we got to do. I
Yes.
can't. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying that's right. Play some music, do some martial arts. I don't know. Make some little arts and crafts.
Yes. And if your neighbor has a Trump flag up, bite your neighbor. See you next week.